Whether you're an artist, a collector, an art enthusiast, or a gallery owner, you have to understand the different functions of the art world. Now, art exists in a multi-dimensional industry. It's not singular. There are commercial galleries, public museums, auction houses, art fairs, and what we talk about often here, platforms that allow you to buy shares of art, and that's pretty new. And of course, it's something I want you guys to continue to know about. I operate in them interchangeably. Now, most people involved in the art industry do as well. So I wanted to dedicate a couple of videos to understanding these sectors. Today, let's talk about the art gallery and the role of it. It's what many people call the heartbeat of the art industry. And coming from someone who co-founded and directed one for years, I would have to say I strongly agree. What's going on to you beautiful art lovers out there? This is Frame. I'm Moriah Alise. And I've been going down memory lane lately, and I just remember when I was first trying to navigate into the art world. My first idea was to start hanging out at galleries. I wanted to understand the role of the gallery and how important it was to the artist. And that's just what I did. I pretty much wouldn't leave this particular gallery alone. I went every Saturday like clockwork, and I sat with the director. She filled me with so much knowledge. And it was there I realized that it was a world outside of underground art shows and painting in my buddy's apartment. This was someone no one in my life other than Kathy, the gallery director, could teach me. I grew up in a small town without much culture, and my first time going to an art gallery was in my adulthood. I was destined to break into what we call the art world. The role of the art gallery and the art dealer, which is interchangeable sometimes, is one of the most crucial roles in developing an artist in their career. This person plays a huge part in choosing what artists are shown in exhibition, and that furthers into what art collectors are introduced to by the gallery. Although a ton of people get intimidated by walking into an art gallery, there's truly no reason to be. As much as I hate putting art gallery and retail in the same sentence, essentially that's what it is. It's free to go in and look and ask questions. Art galleries generally serve as the driving force behind an artist. They facilitate sales by collecting the artist to the public and the collectors. They help develop the artist's career by assisting in the artist being written about, getting interviews, showing publicly, and having their work in art fairs. One of the main components is placing them in public and private collections. Most galleries 100% understand the importance of getting specific works of that artist into specific collections. They understand that where the art is, as in who collects the art, is just as important as the work. I know it sounds political because it is. Because of this, the dealer and the gallerist must be incredibly aware of the art market, must have awareness of the trends. And I say trends lightly, because most galleries have an eye for what fits their particular gallery. I'm a firm believer that they should also have a curatorial background, or they should be currently curating work. And if neither one of those, they should have a lead curator somewhere around them. They should exist with what work should be exhibited, the writings, and the research of that artist, as well as building that and maintaining that relationship. Now, most galleries do have a focus. My particular focus is contemporary work from 1980s into the present. I'm striving to have a strong collection of works created by Black artists. Most galleries focus in the same way that I have, because if they don't, I guarantee they're gonna find themselves all over the place trying to understand and show different eras and different disciplines of art. Now, depending on your focus, a lot can change. If you're representing living and contemporary artists, you're gonna be spending a lot of time with the artist, writing about them, exhibiting his or her work, and making sure that they're present for the opening reception. You're gonna be doing a lot of studio visits, and I guarantee that gallery is gonna get deep with that artist. Some galleries focus on old masters, in which the research process is different and extensive. Of course, they can't interact with the artist, so they interact with the text and the research and the books written about him or her. It's important for the gallerist to build and maintain relationships with the public, whether it's locally, nationally, or globally. They should have relationships with other galleries as well. And it will also serve everyone if who's working in that gallery can sell, and if they've built mutual relationships with partners and relationships, as well as sponsorships and patrons. Not forgetting the nonprofit. You'll find often that the gallery and the artist are seen together, and if there's success, they're gonna become household names together. Nonetheless, galleries fill the gap where most artists need help, where collectors need direction, and they're giving everybody a sense of what's on the primary market, and sometimes what's on the secondary market. I will argue that it's the turning point from an artist turning their passion into a career. Now, of course, I'm not gonna ignore the idea of Instagram and the fact that it's a thing. And without doubt, there are several artists that choose not to work with galleries. They may go the route of selling their work online or curating their own shows at whatever venues they choose. Now, this works for some, and for others, it just doesn't. I guess it boils down to the artist truly knowing themselves and their capabilities to exist on the business side of the art world. Galleries are also adjusting to the time. Of course, it's 2020 and a lot has changed. So we see many galleries having virtual exhibitions and viewing rooms. They've transitioned to the wave of Instagram years ago, and for some it's been a great experience, but for lots, they fell behind. Many people are buying art on the internet. That has drastically increased in the last years. But in my opinion, it's critical for an artist to be represented by a gallery, especially a gallery who has a track record of representing artists and driving their career. Now, there are many galleries we can study if we're looking to be a gallerist or we're looking to understand the gallery model. Now, the main person I would say is Leo Castelli, but we can look at people like Gagosian and Pace Gallery. Now, guys, I have an extensive take on the gallery world coming from my experience, my friends' experience, what I've seen happen, and just what I've watched and what I looked at, and that's helped me gain this perspective. Now, guys, over the next few videos that are connected to this particular subject, I plan on talking about the auction market, the art fairs, and so on. Now listen, y'all. Listen. If you like this video, if you vibe with what I'm talking about, if you vibe with what's going on here at Frame with Moriah Alise, then give me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you're vibing with it. Subscribe. That's even better. What would be even better is if you do all three. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. It helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps let me know that you guys are actually into this, that you want to see it. I've been getting a lot of DMs from my Instagram on you guys, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are really enjoying this content, these videos. Guys, if you vibe, subscribe. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.